Hey everyone, how's it going? Puntastic77 here, coming to you with some Team Fortress 2. Now, I'm bringing you some gameplay today as the Demo Man with the Iron Bomber, and this weapon is very interesting. Now, I usually give the new weapons that come out on with the upgrades a few weeks just so I can see, how people are playing with them and just kind of experiment with them a bit. So I didn't want to bring it to you all when this first came out, like, what, 2 months ago? Just because I would have some incomplete thoughts and just kind of like, oh, well, here's how I'm playing it. It's only been 2 days. That's not really my style. I really like to kind of plan out and think what I'm going to say when it comes to these things, especially when it comes to weapon topics. That's not what primarily the video is going to be about, but I just want to talk about it a little bit more than usual. And the clips you'll be seeing today are from CP Well and what is the other one called later on? Gully Wash, sorry, Gully Wash. And what I found with this weapon, the quirk about it that makes it different than the regular grenade launcher is it's a little bit less damage, and but the timer, the defuse timer on the grenades are a little bit longer. So they're kind of like a mini grenade launcher, or sticky launcher, which is the secondary that I'm using as well, and then the third, I believe, is just the bottle. And basically the way I can describe this class with the Iron Bomber and the just regular sticky launcher is just basically having an extra sticky launcher with you, and that being the Iron Bomber. So the defuse time being a little bit longer with the pipes, which I'll use the word pipes to describe the grenades themselves. So having the extra defuse time kind of acts as a mini sticky grenade launcher. So I found myself using this weapon very defensively, so I would kind of set up in an area like some doors or the control point itself and just spraying the pipes on the point and just waiting for people to walk over them. And you can't control when it goes off, but you can kind of time it in a certain way if you know someone's going to be on there, or kind of lead someone there. Offensively, I was able to use it pretty well to make points, to capture points, but it was more so a defensive weapon, so I did find a niche for it there, but it's definitely like a sticky grenade launcher, which, in my philosophy on it, I've been saying it for a long time, is definitely the cheapest weapon in the game. It's very gimmicky. You can see here, just putting it right outside the door, the shutter doors, and just having people walk into them is definitely how I would use this weapon. Obviously, I think the stock is better for just an all-around purpose. You can just spam the regular grenade launcher and get a lot of kills with it. And you'll see in the later clips on Gully Wash, we make really good offensive pushes with it, but it was after clearing out, a defensive stand on the last point, or second to last point. But that's the gameplay. The weapon's very interesting. If you want me to do more, reviews on the newer weapons, let me know. I really like to talk about them because I feel like I bring a different kind of play style to it. It's definitely more just experimental kind of styles. But yeah, on to the topic for today. I like to talk about very interesting topics rather than, gameplay. My philosophy is just the gameplay is kind of like background visuals while you're hearing me talk about a certain topic. So the topic today is very uplifting, very happy, and it just has to do with simple joys, and I want to talk about that. I think in both video games and real life, which a lot of the topics I talk about kind of transcend both genres of life and video games. There are just simple joys that just make you happy, and you can't really explain why. It could be something really dumb, really simple, but it just makes you happy, and I want to know what that is for you all. So I'll give a few examples. So for me, a simple joy in video games, since we're talking about TF2, I guess I'll give a simple joy in Team Fortress 2. Two really simple joys I have are getting a headshot with the Huntsman on a scout. Just, I feel great after I do it, just because it's so annoying to like just get run around and get taunted by the scout, and just landing that 360 damage headshot on a scout just makes it so much worth it. And hearing that beautiful ding, or the scout going down, awesome feeling. Other than that, when I'm playing demo and I get a direct hit with the grenade launcher, just like, oh man, that feels good. It feels like I actually have some skill in the game rather than just spamming, which is basically how I play the class. So that's that. In life, I focus a lot on simple joys because, you know, if you wait for some big monumental moment just to make you happy, I don't know, it's not really worth living, you know? I like having simple joys throughout the day. So like waking up like 3 or 4 minutes before my alarm goes off, I really like that just because I hate waking up to the noise of the alarm, just bam, 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 or whatever you have. I have something really annoying and have it on the other end of the room just so I can do it. But just waking up like 3 or 4 minutes before it and being able to turn it off feels great. Like you don't have to hear that annoying noise in the morning. Other than that, you know, simple things like predicting like when your order is going to be completed at a restaurant. If you like walk into a place or I like to order things before and just be able to walk in and like just be like, oh, your meal just finished. That's great. I don't know why. I just feel like my timing is impeccable. And same thing with like TV channels. I feel like I have a real knack for turning the channel back off of a commercial and the show to begin. And you can say like, oh well, they have, you know, commercials set to a certain time, but I don't know. I like that. I like knowing that I'm able to do that. But let me know what your simple joys are in gaming. Really simple question. What are your simple joys in gaming and in real life? Thank you all for watching so much.